Hello there dear viewers and welcome to the latest episode of TSAtv Newsdesk from the people at TheSixthAxis.com, bringing you all the biggest news in the world of gaming for the week ending the 6th of October 2013. We'll kick off this week's show with a bit of industry news. The Chinese government has finally lifted a long-standing ban on the sale of consoles and video games, allowing companies like Sony and Microsoft to directly sell their games legally in the country for the first time. Over in the US, Epic and Irrational's Rod Ferguson is heading up a new studio under the 2K banner, while here in the UK, Eidos co-founder Ian Livingston has left owners Square Enix, and Sony has registered a new trademark for Psygnosis, the name of the studio originally purchased by the company in 1993 before eventually becoming Studio Liverpool in 2001 and being sadly shut down in 2012. And in sad news, Red Storm founder and renowned novelist Tom Clancy has died aged just 66. As well as writing the well-known Jack Ryan series of books, Clancy established Red Storm Entertainment in 1996 to work on properties like The Hunt for Red October, Rainbow Six and Ghost Recon, before the studio was purchased by Ubisoft in 2000. The latest Nintendo Direct has brought details of the company's upcoming Wii U and 3DS slate. Newly announced is a Kirby platformer for 3DS due next year, while Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze for Wii U and Mario Party Island Tour for 3DS have also been delayed to 2014. Looking at the remainder of 2013, Sonic Lost World is due on October 18th, the new Phoenix Wright on October 24th, Mario and Sonic at the Winter Olympics on the 5th of November, Super Mario 3D World on November 29th, and Bravely Default on December 6th. Meanwhile, the subscription-based monster storage service Pokemon Bank will launch on December 27th, and production of the last generation Wii hardware will finish in the near future. Plenty of new announcements this week, starting with Sniper Elite 3, due to bring a more sandbox style to the new African World War II setting on PS3, PS4, 360, Xbox One and PC in 2014. Deus Ex Universe is a new service that will bring together a new generation of grittier titles in the series, offering additional content and connecting backstory for fans of the franchise on PS4, Xbox One and PC. While quirky downloadable title Blast 'em Bunnies is due on PS4 and Vita next year. A Kick-Ass 2 tie-in game is due on PS3, 360 and PC, in line with the film's Blu-ray and DVD release later in the year, and Curve's Stealth Inc. A Clone in the Dark is on the way to iOS. Next-gen Newsdesk time, starting with confirmation that the PS4's Killzone Shadow Fall will feature dedicated servers and run at 60 frames per second in multiplayer, most of the time. While the game will take up about 50 GB for those thinking of grabbing a digital copy. Sony's UK head honcho Fergal Guerra has suggested that the previously rumoured post-launch PS4 shortages should not happen, with additional stock due within days rather than weeks after release on November 29th. Game has confirmed that those looking to take advantage of the next-gen trade-up offer on certain titles can go from Xbox 360 to PS4 or PS3 to Xbox One. A user on Reddit has spotted what seems to be an icon for Sony's social networking app Home on a recent image of the PS4's user interface, and the PS4 version of downloadable darling Flower will run at 1080p and 60 frames per second. Microsoft has apparently demoed Halo 4 streaming to a Windows phone via a remote play-esque technology at a behind closed doors event. The Xbox One's game DVR will support picture-in-picture commentary. Sony has confirmed that many first-party PS4 titles will support mobile companion apps, including a puzzle game that hooks into Knack, and the company has also suggested that a soft, retailer-assembled PS4 and Vita bundle could still happen ready for launch, should they see demand for such a package. This year's Call of Duty Ghosts has been rated 16+ by PEGI, the first game in the series to receive lower than an 18 rating in the UK since the BBFC gave World at War a 15 back in 2008. While the PS4 and Xbox One versions of the game will launch alongside the PC and current gen versions on November the 5th, well ahead of the actual console's street dates. Ubisoft's Watch Dogs will run at least 30 frames per second on PS4 and Xbox One, while the Xbox 360 version of the game will ship on 2 discs with a similar installation system to the recent GTA 5. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag is confirmed to launch on PS4, Xbox One, Wii U and PC on November 22nd, following the PS3 and 360 release on November 1st, and a Heritage Collection featuring Assassin's Creeds 1 to 3, Brotherhood and Revelations will be available on PS3, 360 and PC for £40 on November 8th. Bungie's Destiny will release in spring 2014 with a current and next-gen beta due early in the year and open to pre-orders. The same underlying code will run the upcoming PS3, PS4, Vita and Xbox One versions of Minecraft, including at least all the improvements up to the 360's Update 13, and Batman Arkham Origins will feature a permadeath mode for the first time. Grand Theft Auto Online has hit the launch issues that most were expecting, and while an update is now available to help alleviate some of those problems, Rockstar have temporarily removed the option to buy in-game cash via microtransactions, and those still working their way through the story mode may want to check the Sixth Axis for a potential save-wrecking bug before launching the game's online side. Naughty Dog have revealed that the Last of Us team were originally working on a gritty Jak and Daxter reboot before moving on to that project, while Lost and Lord of the Rings actor Dominic Monaghan has teased a potential involvement in an upcoming project from that studio. Worldwide Studios boss Shuhei Yoshida has noted that Team Ico's The Last Guardian is in the process of being re-engineered, although he wouldn't be drawn on what platform it would eventually launch on, and Insomniac's Ratchet & Clank Nexus is due to launch on PS3 on November 13th. Finally, Vlambeer's Wasteland Kings has been renamed Nuclear Throne as the result of a friendly agreement with Wasteland 2 developers inXile Entertainment. Namco have trademarked something called Soul Calibur Unbreakable Soul, and Vita indie man Shahid Ahmad has suggested that the daily challenge mode from Spelunky's PC version will be coming to the Vita version of the game in the future. Chart Time and EA's FIFA 14 is straight in at number 1, only the third game ever to simultaneously launch on 8 platforms, the other two being last year's FIFA 13 and 2006's Need for Speed Carbon. Grand Theft Auto 5 is down 1 to this week's number 2, while Minecraft Xbox 360 edition is up 3 to 3. Rounding out the top 5 is Pro Evo 2014 down 2 to number 4, and The Last of Us down 2 to number 5. That's it for this week's show, aside from the usual reminders. Firmware 4.50 is now available for the PS3, enabling the previously Plus exclusive auto-downloading of system software and items purchased from the web store for all users, while individual trophy lists can now be hidden from your PSN profile, and content can be transferred from PS3 to Vita via Wi-Fi. A new Wii U update is also up for grabs, adding screenshot upload to third-party services via the browser, USB keyboard support for particular games, and enabling off-screen play for Wii games, although you'll still need to use a Wii remote. Meanwhile, new sales are live on the PlayStation Store, including offers on the LEGO games, Saints Row, Twisted Metal and Sleeping Dogs, while the Battlefield 4 beta is now open to all on PS3, 360 and PC. If you head over to TheSixthAxis.com right now, you can find reviews of PSN's Reign, The Lone Survivor Director's Cut and F1 2013, as well as previews of Knack and Chroma, and more on all of this week's news. To keep up with all the gaming happenings as they happen, follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook using the links below. We'll be back next week with more Newsdesk, but until then, thanks for watching.